Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Funeral service for Thomas Walden Smelly, age 89, of Sylacauga, will be Saturday at 2 p.m. from Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, with the Reverend David Roselle officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mr. Smelly died July the 4th at his residence. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Terry Lee Lewis, age 70, of Bon Air, is today at 11 a.m. from Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, with Brother Jeff Thomas along with Sister Paula Phillips officiating. Burial in the Old Weguffka Cemetery. Online memorials at curtisandsonfunerals.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Graveside service for Lois Goggins Jones, age 83, of Alpine, will be today at 2 o'clock from Tallahatchie Cemetery, with the Reverend Jeff Harris officiating. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service this morning for Joshua Lee Matthews, age 30. That service at Erstry Funeral Home in Talladega, beginning at 11 a.m. with John Elston officiating. Burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. Mr. Matthews was a member of New Life Covenant Church and was a certified nursing assistant at Talladega Healthcare Center. Online condolences at ErstryFuneralHome.com. Erstry Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Curtis Walker, age 84, of Alexander City, is today at noon from Armour's Memorial Chapel in Alexander City, with burial in the Macedonia Primitive Baptist Church Cemetery in Alexander City. Armour's Memorial Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Clyde Mitch Sneed, age 57, of Alexander City, is Saturday at 3 from Faith Temple in Alexander City. Visitation prior to the service, 12:30 until 2:30 at Faith Temple Church. In lieu of flowers, a family request donation be made to the Lake Martin Animal Shelter or the Alabama Press Association Foundation. Online condolences at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for James Ronnie Wynn, age 67, of Alpine, is 2 o'clock Saturday at Tallahatchie Baptist Church, with the Reverend Jim Griffin and the Reverend Paul Vick officiating. Burial in the Tallahatchie Cemetery. Mr. Wynn died July 5th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. He was a member of the Tallahatchie Baptist Church of Alpine. Visitation tonight at the funeral home from 5 until 8. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Thomas Butch Sims, age 72, died Thursday, July 5th at Bill Nichols Veterans Home in Alexander City. Arrangements to be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mrs. Rochelle Bernice Kidd, age 83, is Saturday at noon from the Rising Star Baptist Church in Sylacauga, with the Reverend Dr. Manuel Smith III, the celebrant. Mrs. Kidd died Tuesday, July 3rd at Brookwood Baptist Medical Center in Birmingham. The body will lie in state 1 hour prior to the service. Public viewing is today, noon until 4, in the Chapel of Remembrance, with the family receiving friends at Rising Star Youth Department. Will be receiving friends at Rising Star Baptist Church at 319 West Park Street today from 5 until 7 p.m. Now, the Chapel of Remembrance, of course, is at Sunset Memorial Chapel in Childersburg. In lieu of flowers, a family request contribution to the Rising Star Youth Department, P.O. Box 875, Sylacauga 35150, or the We Care Fund, Coosa Valley Medical Center, 315 West Hickory Street in Sylacauga, 35150, care of Vanessa Green. Arrangements entrusted to Sunset Memorial Chapel. Online condolences at sunsetmc.com. Ollie Mae Morris, age 81, died July the 5th. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Brenda Castleberry Rhodes, age 68, is 1 o'clock Saturday at Mount Canaan Baptist Church with interment in the Oak Hill Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Billy Carl Wallace, age 78, funeral service will be Saturday at 1 p.m. from Faith Temple Ministries. Pastor James Curry officiating. Interment in the Westview Cemetery. Sims Funeral Service, Talladega directing. Funeral service for Mary Kemp Watts, age 81, is 2:30 Saturday at Ursary Funeral Home Chapel. Burial in the Oak Hill Cemetery. The family will receive friends 11 a.m. until 2:15 p.m. at the funeral home. Ms. Watts' nephew and son of her loving sister Shelby, Dustin Brown, will lead the services. Mrs. Watts died June 30th at Silver Cross Hospital in Illinois. She was a native of Talladega and a member of the Central Baptist Church. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made in Mary's name to a charity of your choice. Online condolences may be offered at ursaryfuneralhome.com. Ursary Funeral Home, Talladega directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Bethany Murph will be 1 o'clock Saturday at Great Bethel Missionary Baptist Church with interment in the Alexander City Cemetery. Visitation today 2 until 6 at the funeral home. Wright's Funeral Home in Alexander City in charge of the arrangements. It is 3 minutes before the hour. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since the year 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.